What is going on, everybody? This is Nick here at Y480, and we are back in our NHL 17 Be a GM mode with our Colorado Avalanche. Now, we did take a one-day break because we were doing our Toronto GM mode. So if you haven't yet, make sure to go to twitch.tv/Y4Turbo and follow that channel. We'll be doing the next year of our Toronto GM, and if you haven't seen that video, it's a long, like 2-hour video. Go and check that out. It sums up the rest of the playoffs, re-sign phase, all the boring stuff, free agency, everything like that. We're at the following year now in our Toronto GM. So if you want to check that out, go to twitch.tv/Y4Turbo. And thanks for sticking around. We're back in our Colorado GM. And you guys had a lot to say last episode. We made the playoffs. We were facing the Winnipeg Jets in the first round. And here's what you guys had to say. Here are some comments. A lot of people talking about some line changes. One thing was Ratinen. Don't really know what to do with him. He's not really making the grade that he should be. And somebody was saying trade him. Well, we can't. The trade deadline was a few weeks ago. So we can't really trade him, and I don't want to scratch him because he's still, you know, doing okay in terms of, like, he's getting some passes, he's getting some assists and points, but he's just not doing as well as he's playing like a third liner, basically. So no one really had an answer in the comments. It was kind of just like, well, it's, you know, we didn't expect to make the playoffs this year. Just, I guess, go for it and just do whatever. So we're not really going to move this too much. Nobody really suggested moving Barzal back or anything like that. Or, you know, we could make this line similar to what it used to be with Grigorenko and Barzal in the middle. Grigorenko's just so much better at face-offs. So, I mean, we could do like this and then put Yager on the first line. And, I mean, we could, you know, we could play Barzal above it. But, yeah, I mean, this might actually be a pretty good combo because Yager is a little bit slower. Can maybe slow down the play and maybe help Ratinen out. I'm not really sure. I mean, we could try it for a game. There was no other real idea on what to do, you know, with Sheehan or what we were doing here. Defense, you guys did say, though, to move Zadorov up here with Barry and play them the most minutes since they're getting a ton of points. And Carrick to move up with Shattenkirk, where I saw it was pronounced Bigra. Bigra was put with Sanheim down here. So they still get their time. They just move down a little bit. And then Shattenkirk plays the top 4 role instead. Barry plays the top 2, so he gets his last year of growth, really gets as much as possible. The other thing was special teams. Moving Sheehan off of the bigger center role. So we put Grigorenko in there to take the center, and Sheehan can take a few shots. The thing is, like, we don't really have anyone else I would really want taking shots. I mean, you can kind of take a look. We could put, like, Barzal. Or I think Barzal's on the... oh, no, he's not. So we could put Barzal in. I mean, but look at his shooting category. It's really not bad at all. And you guys said we could put Barzal, where was it? Here. So we'll try it for a game. Let's do that right now. He's at right wing currently, so we'll put him in there, and he can get a nice one-timer off at the point because he's got a cannon, absolute cannon. So that should be really nice, actually. So if that works, it works. This couple movements you guys suggested. The other thing was, like, goalies aren't really getting it done. I mean, that's the unfortunate thing for having some young goalies that are still growing. You know, it's not going to be crazy. And somebody said they were doing consistently bad. That's not true at all. I don't know if you saw the stats, but these are respectable average numbers. I don't think it's consistently bad. It's consistently average, which is better than most goalies can say. Most people that play goalie, at least in hockey. Those are respectable numbers that they've been putting up, especially like the right around 2.0 goals against. That's really not bad at all. So let's get into it. We're going to just do these real-time sims on all these. We've made our changes. We've put who we want in the net. Picard's playing. And everybody looks good. So without further ado, real-time sim. the first game. So we're at home here, which is nice. We're going to go to goals. And guys, if you did not catch the Toronto series that I did on Twitch, please check out the VOD of that. It should be a couple of videos below this one. Wow, was that a lot of fun? You guys helped out so much, by the way. Shout out to that. That was hilarious. So much fun doing that live. I'm going to definitely do one again very soon. And we're going to try to do it consistently leading up to the September, or is it early October release of NHL 18? I don't know. I didn't put in my pre-order yet. It's my bad. So we're on the power play, but let's just go for it. Full sim first period. Okay, zip. In the Toronto GM, that definitely didn't help out, but we may have a different kind of team. A lot of the comments we're talking about are poise. As a young team, we don't have as much poise as some of these teams with veterans, like, say, the Winnipeg Jets, who have, Little and Bufflin and a few other these guys that can really help out down the line. Wheeler, things like that. So, second period. Okay, 2 goals by them. Duchesne, another one for them, and Laney. So 2 guys, almost identical goals there. Those are going to be the guys that we're definitely going to strike. And, yeah, Duchesne getting some revenge on us. All right, they already got revenge on us with that lottery pick. So we're on the power play here. Not making anything happen. I mean, I can see maybe putting Barzal up to the first defensive pairing on the power play, but then, I don't know. There's another goal, Blake Como. Okay, Brian Boyle. So back-to-back kind of old dudes. I don't think we're winning this one, but at least we're getting some good experience in. We did break through, so they don't have an absolute... Oh, there we go. Sheehan on the power play. Okay, good thing we kept him on. We didn't score in the final second, so it didn't get tied and go to overtime. But that's a respectable game. They just outshot us by a lot. Look at all those shots going down. So even moving the defensive defenseman up to the first line, it didn't stop the shots with him out on the ice more. Almost 40 shots there. Let's look at the Stars real quick. So Sheehan had a great game, apparently. Como and Mason as well. So not too bad. I don't think we're going to really do anything to the lines. Actually, that really worked down the stretch, which was strange. We can look at them real quick. But I don't think we're going to make any changes. We don't need to move Sheehan up because he got a goal or anything like that. We're not going to be crazy. I mean, he's got some good stats, though. That's kind of the thing. But he's playing in a good area, and I think maybe if we did... I don't think I want to move Carrick, though, because he's got a nice shot as well. But that might actually be nice, moving Carrick with Barry. So we did like this, and Barzal plays on this first, quicker unit, at least, I don't know, maybe. More scoring-aware unit. We'll try for a game. I mean, this is the thing. Like you guys were saying, this is mostly just an experience run at the playoffs. So it's not so much something we need to invest fully into. We're not trying to win this year. We're just trying to gain experience. And, yeah, I pretty much agree with that. We did win 50 games this year. We lost a lot down the stretch. So we know poise is an issue. So we need to get as much experience as possible. So sure, winning games is going to do that. But it's definitely not going to be something that's going to make or break us. So let's go ahead and do this again. We made the minor change of just moving Barzal up to the first line of the power play on D. And if not, we'll move him out and we'll move Sheehan out. We'll work it out. But Sheehan did get a goal on the power play last time. So we're at home. Let's try to break through in the first period. We don't. Dennis Weidman playing there, getting a nice point shot in right at the top of the circle. So, yeah, not looking great so far. Another first period flop by us. We're also getting outshot again. So let's try to get some shots in the second period. Here we go. And they are coming out strong again, up going into the third. So, yeah, there's Wheeler breaking through. So let's just go ahead and see what we can do. We'll make some more dramatic changes. Maybe we can switch it back to when we were winning. That second line, maybe moving Rantanen down, maybe trying to make some moves you guys, suggested early on in the year. That kind of a thing. And it looks like we're going to fall again here in the third. Not, yeah, we're getting outshot almost double, 41 shots. So that's definitely something in the future we really, really got to address. Yeah, look at that. Don't want to look at that for too long. Jeez. We really want to address that. It's just the defensive side of the game. And, you know, that comes in time. It's not like we really have the opportunity to make massive changes. I do think that maybe we make a couple moves here, though. Third game, you know, I think we got to move Barzal back up, get him some time, and I'm going to do this. I'm just going to see how this works out, and Rantanen can come down here, play on this line. I mean, if this works, it'll be great, but, you know, Rantanen is definitely not playing how we would like him to play, and I'd like to see some actual shots go in here. That's a decent shooting category. Yeah, I'd actually think I'd rather have Jágr on the second line here, just to anchor it as an older dude. And then maybe we can move this around a little bit. I'm not really sure. I mean, these guys, I'm sure, are kind of collapsing when it comes to certain things. But I really, you know, I really would like... I mean, maybe we could put Carrick with Zadorov being an offensive defenseman, but, you know, then that leaves Barry and Shattenkirk on the same line. And, like, this combo's been working, Zadorov and Barry. So I don't know necessarily if we want to change that. You guys are saying, you know, Zadorov and Barry on the first line would be great because they're arguably our best defensemen stat-wise, definitely helping each other out. Shattenkirk's not doing bad, and then Carrick's doing great on the goal side. So having somebody like Shattenkirk that has a 90 passing, getting the puck to Carrick, or if Carrick's passing it, you know, getting him somewhere else. I mean, he's going to get the puck. Carrick's going to get fed the puck at some point. Maybe we should do this, though, so he's actually on the right. Maybe that'll help, you know. And then for special teams, I think maybe we can go ahead and take off Sheehan here. And put Barzal there. Wait, should we do this? Switch it around so Barzal gets a one-timer shot. And then just put Carrick here. Take Sheehan off. Even though he did get a goal, but I know you guys wanted him off. Let's see, Carrick, Barry, and... I mean, we could put Zadorov. I know he's a defensive defenseman. 85 passing, though, is better than I think everybody else is passing that we could slot in. Yeah, it's better than 83. Better than 84. I'm going to put Zadorov in because maybe that helps. Maybe that facilitates some sort of passing. Or maybe what we do is maybe we just gun up the first line like this. I know they're both right-handed, but then Zadorov and Carrick get a chance to prove themselves together. Let's just try it. That's the thing. I know you guys want me to try certain things. So I'll just do it. I'll just try what you guys are suggesting. And here we go. All right. So lines have changed a little bit. We've shifted. You know, I'm not going to change in goal. You could argue I could do that, but really, you know, Picard's not letting in a ton of goals. I mean, the max of like 3 or 4 goals. Yeah, that's a lot, but I mean, 1 goal a period isn't crazy, and we should be getting a lot more goals. I know that's going to be kind of a controversial statement in the comments down there, but my beer league coach always said when I played goalie, a good goalie lets in 3 goals, 1 each period. After that, we can razz you and we can chirp you, but if you only let in 3 goals, it's our fault. And I said, hell yeah, dude, I'll take that responsibility. And then I get 7 goals scored on me. So that's my little narrative right there. All right, first period. Look at that. Brian Boyle. He's got 2 goals this series. Not bad. They do also have Mason in. I forgot that they added him, even though I saw him in all the 3 stars. So, I mean, we're facing a decent goalie. He's slightly better than our goalies, and he is seasoned, so he's got poise. But that shouldn't be an excuse. We should definitely be able to score on him. And we're out shooting them for, like, the first time all series. Second period, they tie it up. Bufflin, you know, there's only so long you can stop a guy like Buff. You know, at least they didn't score multiple, but they are now out shooting us. So let's just get into the third period. Real-time sim right here. I'm going to say that we're going to see Oh, a Hossein goal. Okay. I was actually gonna say Ratinen. I was gonna say Ratinen gets a goal, and that's a dirty goal. Look at that. That's a grind right there. Hossein's gonna be a nice player, I feel like. I think he's definitely gonna help us out on the third or second line next year, hopefully. And look at that. We close it out. Picard shuts the door. We win one. I knew we were gonna win one. This is the experience we need. Hossein, Picard. I don't know why Mason. I mean, Mason's saving 32 shots, sure, but I don't know. I don't know about him being the first star. All right, so I mean, it worked. I don't think it's necessarily. It's just kind of the. It's just how EA works. They have you win one game and it inspires some hope, and then you just get devastated down the stretch. So I'm not going to make any changes. It worked for one game. Let's actually look at the calendar and just kind of see. I forgot the scores in the last couple games. Okay, so I thought this was one of ours. I'm like, whoa, we're tied up. Nope, that is not us. That we beat them the very last game of the season. So they win 2, then we win 1. So yeah, look at this. We've only let in 3 goals each game. So if we can in the next game score at least 3 goals, I think we should be good. In this game, we really staved them off, so I don't know what that was about. But maybe we can have another one like this. If the series goes to 7, I'm happy. We get a lot of experience. Our boys for next year get some poise. I keep doing this no sim affiliate. I don't mean to do that. Sorry, guys. I was doing that in the Twitch stream. It's so annoying. I barely edited that, guys. So if you want to go check it out, there's some times when I'm just like drinking coffee and just laughing at chat. It was hilarious. We had some great viewers and people in the chat. What am I doing? Whoa, what am I doing? Okay, first period. All right, 1-1. Grigorenko finally breaks through, and is it Marco Dano? I think we had him in the Edmonton series. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. Not bad. We're basically on par for shots, 1-1. And both shots coming in symmetrical areas. Very strange. Very strange. All right. Second period. McKinnon finally breaking through, but Bufflin breaking through as well. Man, Bufflin would be a nice... Wouldn't that be nice to have Buff? Oh, man. What a great player. Just devastating. Just a scary player to play against, too. All right. So, anything can happen, boys. But let's just do it. Third period. It's not an elimination game, but it is an important game. Morrissey breaks through. That's a tough one. Right on the doorstep. But look at that. Landeskog moving up to the first line, getting some points. Okay, Landeskog, if you can lead your team to a win right here, get another one. Get another one right now. Rantanen, it's your time to shine. Rantanen, show the haters. Oh, Dano, that's a tough one. Right at the end of the game. That's a real tough one. His second goal of the game. So I did get it right. Someone was going to score 2 goals. Wasn't Landy, though. That's a really rough one from a weird angle. Like, he was right on the boards, just shifted over. That must have been an empty net or some kind of one-timer or something like that. That's a rough one, boys. I felt like we had that one. I don't know if it's because I'm holding on to hope that Rantanen will break through and become the savior. Ugh. I should just edit Rantanen to have like 99 everything and see if he still sucks. I don't think I should really do anything. I mean, like I said, it worked before, but part of me wants to kind of screw up the lines, but it was nice seeing the line moves work. Like, Landeskog scored a goal, and we moved him up to the first line. Barzal is helping out too. He may have gotten an assist on that one. I'm not really sure. A lot of people were also saying bring Carrick up to forward like next year, and I was like, whoa, that'd be very Johnny Superman with Ekman Larson. That would be funny though. But yeah, let's just do it. I mean, it's all about the experience, right, guys? It's all about the experience. And worst comes to worst, we have the draft coming up for the next episode if we lose. So, there's always something good that comes out of it. We get a lot of experience. We have, a good pick. It's fun. Whatever. Who cares? Let's just go full real-time sim. I'm not gonna not going to do full periods. We're just going to go for it. We're getting heavily outshot. So we got to start rebounding this back into our control. And look at that. Myers, as soon as I say it, they've got a great D-core. That is a tough D-core to play against. Come on, get some shots. That may be another thing. You know, we're playing against a big D-core that's able to intercept the puck. Tyler Myers is one of the best simulating defensive-minded players, even though he can get goals like he just did. He simulates very well for the defensive side. He can get takeaways very easily, and it's because of his height. It's because of his height and his reach. He just simulates really well, and he always has. And he'd be a nice person eventually to go after, maybe even late in his career to play top 6 minutes. We'll see. You know, we're going to be playing this until the NHL 18. Man, Duchesne gets one. I didn't even have a chance to introduce the period, and Duchesne comes through. All right. So I think right now all we got to focus on is pushing hard to the net. We're on the power play here. I see a lot of our chances and our goals coming right up front on the doorstep. So get some grinder goals. Just go for it. This is a tough one. We got to come back. It is the worst lead in hockey, but we got to come back from a 2-0 deficit, basically. I mean, I want to see a score right now. I want to see a goal by Rantanen right now. Oh, why did I do that? Ehlers gets one, and he's been relatively quiet. And they have almost 40 shots on net. They just go on the power play. They do not score, but I think this is going to be our season here. I don't think we're going to get... Yeah, Danos had a hell of a couple games, and they end the shot total at 40. So up by 11 shots. So not a bad run. We do get a win out of it. We did see on paper we were definitely a worse team. And maybe I had some confidence going in with that win we initially had against them at the very last game of the season. They could have been resting some of their dudes right here, but I was like 5-1. We're going to blow through them. You know, we do get this one win, not a big win, and we go on to lose the next 2 straight. So we tried out some line combos. They didn't, always work. 1 or 2 things would click, and the rest would kind of fall off, and then it'd go silent for a game, and didn't really work the way we wanted to, but we knew poise was going to be an issue, especially in this first playoff series. A lot of our boys are going to be going into the next year. We're going to, either already signed on for next year, or we're going to be re-signing them. We're mostly going to be locally sourcing our players. A lot of people are saying don't re-sign certain guys, and I agree, but some dudes are going to want some money. So the next thing is going to be the draft. I can just go to manage contracts real quick, and we can see who's going to be on. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Who's going to be on the next or free agents rather coming up here? And I'll just go to expiring. Whoops. Just to show you guys, because next episode we'll go through and do the prospects. Signing everybody. So coming up here. These dudes are, this is the season currently, and then this is going to be the next one here. So we'll just go by this, actually. So just kind of go through. Actually, no. We'll just go like here. You guys can see. So Nieto, I'd like to sign him. He's a nice depth guy to have, especially at two-way. Especially if he goes up. It'd be really nice if he grows to maybe like an 83, 84. And his defensive awareness goes up. Third liner for life. That'd be great. I'd be totally fine. Kind of going into these other guys here. Nobody's super important. I mean, I'd be fine with re-signing Sheehan, especially if he does grow slightly. If his defensive awareness goes up, I mean, his face-offs alone are worth a third liner. Like a third line center of the future. Yost, he can go up to the second line. So we need that third line center anyway. Sheehan could slot right in, maybe play with Hosang. Boyle, in that case, we could drop just because Sheehan's younger. Boyle, we could drop either to that or the fourth line, but he does, want third line minutes. But, Boyle is a nice guy just to sign. I mean, he's making more right now because we signed him for kind of a bigger deal. Yager, obviously, will probably retire after this year because it's EA and they don't know that he's invulnerable and not mortal. I thought we don't need to sign, Shattenkirk. That's a big one. So let me know what you guys think about Shattenkirk, especially. I'm not against re-signing him, but he's going to probably want long-term money, at least 3 years. I guarantee it. He's going to want at least 3 years to bring him to like 34, 33. Carrick, you know, we got to re-sign. Definitely Carrick. Grimaldo, yeah, we can totally re-sign. Bigris, that's up to you guys, but I'd be up for signing him, even though he doesn't do much. We could just trade him, you know, sign him for a decently small salary. But yeah, that's it so far. Is there any goalies? Yeah, so Picard and Martin we can just drop because we've got that other guy coming up, fringe starter guy. Picard for sure we'll re-sign. We can probably sign him for a little over $3 million. He'll probably want, and he might actually grow to like 86, which would be very nice. And then, you know, in the future, whatever. So I just wanted to show you that real quick because that's the biggest question I have. Who should I re-sign? I guess we could have gone this way because, you know, it's a less detailed look at who's going to end this next year. But yeah, what did you guys think? What kind of moves would you have done? Maybe next year, what are you kind of thinking for lines? Do you think we should try to ship somebody at the draft, or maybe ship our pick for another player, or the rights to a player, or a pick? I don't really know who's coming up in the next draft, and I know this isn't going to be as long of a video, so I'm kind of taking my time in this last part here. We can look at scouting real quick. Yeah, we'll look at scout at players real quick and just see what we've looked at so far. I've only really looked at 64 this year, but yeah, nobody's really, I mean, yeah, we got a couple of these guys. I mean, this guy might be cool. Ty Smith, he's offensive, though. That's kind of the problem. I'd really, really like to get a defensive defenseman this year for sure. We did get one last year, I believe, but it wasn't like really that great of a pick. I think it was like either a top 6 or a AHL something or other. I don't really remember. This Tokashi guy might be kind of cool to get in a late round, especially if he's just low fringe starter. He might leapfrog up maybe to a starter position. Let me know if that guy's actually really sought after, because maybe he's elite and I don't even know. Yeah, so here's a couple more dudes. I don't really see anybody here. I haven't scouted enough. That's kind of the problem. But let me know if there's anybody in, what is this, year 2, year 3 draft that we could look into. It'd be going into the what? What's the next year? I don't even know. What's the date? 18. So it'd be the 18-19 season coming up. So does that draft, the 18 draft, you know, who's in it? Who's somebody we should look after? We're probably going to have like a mid to late round pick because we did make the playoffs. And I'll actually look real quick, see if we've got any picks. I'm a little jumbled because oh, I can't actually look at proposed trade. Sorry, guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching so much. Make sure to like and subscribe if you dug it. We've hit 200K views, I believe, at this point. Once this goes up, we definitely will, or at least this will take us to 200K views. How fitting it is that it's a GM mode that takes us over 200K views. I'll have a video coming out just thanking you guys, letting you know any plans I have. That it's unreal. I'm trying to get more into Twitch streaming and uploading the VODs here. I want you guys to be more involved, and the quicker the amount of time between you guys talking to me and me making the moves, the better the overall experience for everybody will be. You guys are great. Please like and subscribe if you dug it. That feature video I did the other day of the top 5 Savage moments, if you haven't, share it on Twitter or Facebook. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want more of those type of videos, let me know, because that took a little more time than a typical video. But I thought it was fun, especially going back on some of these moments I remember as a kid, and as, you know, I've grown up, what's been the main things that stick out of my hockey mind. So let me know all these questions down below. I know we have a lot to cover in the next episode, but thank you so much, and we'll see you next time out on the ice.